Tonight, the clock is ticking on a stimulus bill at the nation's capital, and insiders say a deal could be coming. Plus, after a year of adapting to changes, some schools are preparing to go back to the basics with in-person learning. And emergency responders came together tonight to honor an Iron Range firefighter.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, help may finally be on the way for Americans struggling to make ends meet in the pandemic. Congressional leaders say they're close to a deal on a $900 billion relief bill, including another round of direct payments and help for unemployed workers. Top congressional leaders appear to be on the brink of that long-delayed COVID-19 aid package. A deal could come in the next day or two on legislation that would extend help to individuals and businesses and ship coronavirus vaccines to millions. They're also looking to include new direct payments of about $600 to most Americans. There's intense pressure for a deal as unemployment benefits run out December 26th for more than 10 million people. The bill should also include about $300 billion in relief for those small businesses, and it would extend the eviction moratorium and student loan forbearance as well. Leadership aides are working feverishly on the fine print tonight with the goal of passing the bill by this weekend. In Minnesota, relief is already en route as lawmakers approved a $216 million relief bill earlier this week, and Governor Walz signed it today. The governor made that announcement while addressing the state's updated COVID restrictions. He says the 4-week pause is working with case numbers starting to come down, but added there's still a ways to go. Current state COVID restrictions end Friday at midnight. The governor says the new guidelines will balance student and family well-being while working to slow the spread and take pressure off hospitals. Schools can start planning to reopen, and this Saturday, gyms can reopen at limited capacity. Bars and restaurants are not allowed to open to indoor dining until January 11th, but outdoor seating is now allowed. For a full list of the new guidelines, head to our website. It was a big moment today for parents, students, and teachers when Governor Walz also announced plans to start bringing students back into schools. Starting on January 18th, every elementary school across the state has the option to allow in-person learning. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo explains how Duluth schools are adapting to the new guidelines and what it will mean for families.
After weeks of distance learning, Duluth elementary students will return to hybrid learning come the new year. Duluth School Superintendent John Maggis welcomes the change.
I can't wait because we are thrilled to be able to meet the kids' needs, and we know it's really challenging for parents, for staff, for students.
Minnesota's new guidelines only apply to elementary schools. The state says the risk of spreading the virus among kids is low, and their need for face-to-face learning is high. Maggis says it's especially tough for kids to stay engaged through distance learning.
The elementary students we know really struggle, and that's the hardest level, particularly with our youngest learners.
Sarah Nemi's daughter is in kindergarten. They used the hybrid model when it was previously offered and are excited to use it again.
Even just being able to go to school for 2 days a week was really helpful for us. It took kind of some of the pressure off of us. Your child got to know their teacher face to face some days a week rather than just over the computer.
Maggis says even though schools are opening up, the pandemic isn't over.
We're not out of the woods yet, but collectively I know we're going to get there.
The district is carefully planning the transition process as they try to strike the balance between learning and safety.
Of course, every parent still has the option to continue with distance learning. For middle and high school students, distance learning will continue through at least January 21st. Meanwhile, hundreds of businesses across Minnesota are planning to defy Governor Walz's orders and open their restaurant or bars for indoor dining this week. That includes some here in the Northland. Mike Ariola, owner of the Lemon Wolf Cafe in Beaver Bay, opened doors to in-person diners this morning. After 9 months of making adjustments, including changing the menu and starting delivery services, he said it was time to open doors to keep money coming in.
Come and work a day with a small business owner and then make the decisions that you make. because until you walk in our shoes, you don't know what we're going through.
Now, the cafe could be fined for this move, but he says he's willing to take the hit. Minnesota's Attorney General is speaking out tonight, saying businesses openly violating the governor's order will be held accountable. Attorney General Keith Ellison issued a statement saying his goal from the start has been voluntary compliance, and most businesses have done that. He thanked those making sacrifices and following the rules to keep their customers, employees, and communities safe. To the businesses defying the order, Ellison said it's the wrong choice. He says he doesn't want to use his enforcement powers, but will to protect people from the coronavirus. Peter's here for a quick first look at the weather. Not too shabby out there today.
Not a bad day at all, especially where we had been recently, just a few days ago. Really cold out there 2 days ago. Today, above average, actually. Today's highs topped out into the mid and upper 20s for most of us. 24 degrees on top of the hill at Duluth International, 24 in Hibbing, 28 in International Falls. Some in Wisconsin approached the 30-degree mark, like 32 in Ashland and 28 degrees in Hayward. Right now, we see 20 degrees with mostly cloudy skies overhead for us here in Duluth. And that's the story for most of us across the region. We're sitting in the teens as well as lower 20s, and those temperatures really aren't going to go that much further tonight. Temperatures only cool down into the upper teens with those mostly cloudy skies, as well as that warm south wind blowing between 5 and 10 miles per hour. But we're tracking some more cool weather, as well as another shot of snow in the 7-day forecast. All time those all out coming up. Kristen?
Thanks, Peter. The COVID-19 vaccine arrived in Minnesota earlier this week, and today some local hospitals received their first shipment. Soon the vaccine will be available for the population that is most at risk. Minnesota's long-term care residents and workers in those facilities could start getting the vaccine as soon as Monday. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield shows us how they're getting ready.
It's Christmas party day at Eagle Crest in Roseville, a socially distanced affair. And distance is unfortunately what residents like Bill are used to.
I guess it just makes you feel like you're sort of left behind.
And that's a first for this life-embracing 100-year-old. The doctor of agriculture and his beloved wife started this loving and social family, a family he'd like to see again soon. So he has a plan.
I definitely want the vaccine. I've already put in my order.
Eagle Crest is part of Presbyterian Homes, 40 sites and 8,000 Minnesota residents. They are preparing to get the vaccine as soon as next week.
People are definitely excited. I know there's some apprehension too, just because it's so new and all of that. But I think overall it's an air of excitement.
It's just one of those protections that science has been able to produce in a reasonably short time, and I think it would be foolish not to take advantage of it.
So to serve Bill and the other eager recipients, administrators will turn their COVID testing system into a vaccination system, carting doses room to room. CVS will help give doses to workers and residents within 1 day and follow up with a second dose 3 weeks later.
My hope is just getting the families back into the building. I mean, they're just such a critical piece to the overall well-being of the residents.
Bill says he can't wait to see his great-grandchildren and get some true fresh air.
Maybe even at my age, I might even get one trip to the North Shore.
We hope you make it up here, Bill. Well, Presbyterian Homes is waiting on an exact date, but they're hopeful they can start vaccination sometime in the next 2 weeks. Well, nurses are needed now more than ever, and now dozens more are one step closer to the front lines. Duluth Lake Superior College graduated 44 nursing students tonight. They held a virtual pinning ceremony recognizing the students for their work. College spokespeople say they're proud of this class for choosing a challenging career path in a challenging time.
We have made leaps and bounds this last year and will continue to make leaps and bounds in healthcare. And you are going to be part of it. Embrace your destiny. Be part of the solution.
90 more LSC nursing students will graduate in May. They're now qualified to take the Minnesota State Nursing exam to become registered nurses. Tonight, first responders from across the Iron Range came together to pay tribute to one of their own. The procession was in honor of former Mountain Iron Assistant Fire Chief Steve Norvich, who recently died. Organizers of the tribute said Norvich was a great person who cared deeply for the fire service and the community he served. The procession of emergency response vehicles began at 6 o'clock tonight in Mountain Iron and went by the Norwich residence. Community efforts to rescue Christmas for people in need this year are paying off. It's distribution week at the Salvation Army. People can pick up a box of food and gifts for their kids. More than 900 people are expected to come through this week. Organizers say they have plenty for everyone thanks to a late surge in toy donations.
They were coming in very slowly, and then all of a sudden it's like the heavens opened up and the public came in with toys, which made our jobs and stuff much easier at this point. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of happy children.
There were so many donations, parents could pick out 6 gifts per child instead of the usual 2 or 3. You still have time to donate to the Salvation Army Red Kettle campaign. It runs through Christmas Eve. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a bright light followed by a loud boom is what Northlanders saw early this morning. Details on the phenomenon next.
And we tack on another few degrees tomorrow, but then we cool things down for the weekend. Also, a few snow threats mixed into the whole pot. We'll still have all those details coming up.
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS 3. Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
New phone? Yeah, I got a new one when I switched over to Spectrum Mobile. They're faster overall and more reliable.
They all say that. It's just jibber jabber.
Jibber jabber?
Yeah,
you know, balderdash.
Hooey. What? Did you sense any flapdoodle?
What is flapdoodle?
I think it's like hemming and hawing. With a little bit of hogwash.
No, they're just faster and more reliable.
Okie dokie. No flim-flam.
Spectrum Mobile gives you the fastest overall speeds and the most reliable service coast to coast. It's a better way to mobile. Spectrum Mobile.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
I have something for you.
I have something for you, too.
It's the GMC season to upgrade. Now everyone can get GM employee pricing on most GMC models. Use it to get over $10,000 total value on this 2021 Sierra Denali.
Visit your Lake Country GMC dealer.
Frost River, makers of packs, bags, and accessories, combines genuine American-made quality with heritage materials. Handcrafted in our newly renovated Duluth retail workshop, Frost River packs, luggage, and shoulder bags are built to withstand the wilderness, yet be ideal for everyday urban adventures. Quality Minnesotan craftsmanship and designs built to last more than a lifetime. Conveniently located in the Lincoln Park Craft District. Visit our retail store this holiday season for a complete offering of made-in-the-USA goods in person or anytime online.
Arby's, 2 for $6. Every day, flame-seared, Greek-seasoned Euro meat. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
And welcome back. Today we return to above average temperatures, which is a common theme for this month so far. We've only had 3 below average days, but boy, were they below average. They were actually well below average, especially during the nights when we were seeing wind chills close to -20, -30, especially Monday night. But overall for the month, we've had 12 days above average, actually make that 13 now after today, and 3 days below average. So far, we are 6.9 degrees above average so far this month of December. And today, that was another one. Today's highs topped out 24 degrees, average right around 22 degrees. So another day just slightly above average. We're also running a little bit of a snowfall deficit We'll be able to make up some of that as we head through the next week, but not all that much. Right now from Duluth, mostly cloudy skies, 20 degrees with that south wind blowing between 5 miles per hour. That's going to help keep us warm as we head through the rest of the night tonight. Temperatures elsewhere across the region, we're sitting in the teens. 15 degrees in Solon Springs, 23 down by the lake, 20 on top of the hill, 18 in Evelyn, 19 in Orr, 20 in International Falls. Down in Wisconsin, they're sitting a little bit closer to that 20-degree mark. Actually, look at Ashland and Hayward already in 11, where they've seen some radiational cooling. 19 in Solon Springs, 14 in Superior, as well as 16 degrees in Siren. The good news, however, is those temperatures really won't drop off all that much further as we head through the rest of the night tonight because of that warm south wind, as well as those clouds that we see overhead for most of the night tonight. As we fast forward through time towards Thursday, 5 a.m., your forecast shows maybe some gradual clearing as you're waking up, but most of that really won't last all that long. Most of the day will be feature mostly cloudy skies, but as we head towards Thursday evening, we begin to see some clearing, especially towards Thursday, 3 o'clock. We might actually see some mostly sunny skies towards Silver Bay, points south and west, even as far as west as Big Fork, Grand Rapids, Aitkin. Good news for your sunset lovers, especially as we head through the rest of the day on Thursday. You'll see a few more clouds begin to fill in as we head towards Friday. That's all in association of a cold front that's working its way into the region. That might drop a little bit of snow, especially as you further west towards Hibbing, or all that snow is going to begin to fill in. And it's not going to drop all that much snow, just enough to kind of make the road slick for maybe your afternoon and evening commute. We're talking about anywhere from a trace to 2 inches. I think this Grand Rapids 3.8 inches is a little bit of an outlier, as you can see. I think most of us are going to stay between, say, a trace and 2 inches for all of us here in the Northland. Temperatures tonight fall back into the teens, 17 for us here in Duluth, 16 in Solon Springs, 12 in Hayward, 16 in Ashland, 15 in Grand Rapids. Highs tomorrow rise up into the mid and upper 20s, some of us surpassing that 30-degree mark, 33 in Ashland, 31 in Solon Springs, 26 in Duluth, 27 in International Falls, and 26 degrees in Grand Marais. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. We have that snow threat for Friday with that cold front swinging through. We cool things down for Saturday and Sunday, a return to 30 degrees with partly cloudy skies overhead.
All right, thanks, Peter. If you were up around 7 this morning, you may have heard or caught a glimpse of this, a bright light streaking across the sky, followed by a loud boom. Hours later, the National Weather Service confirmed the flash reported by many across the Northland was a meteor. CBS 3's John Cardinelli spoke with those caught by surprise and an expert who says he's not surprised it happened this time of year.
Come on, buddy.
Chris Bast lives in Iron River, Wisconsin with his 2 dogs.
It's extremely quiet. It's very rare to even hear a car drive by on the highway.
But on Wednesday morning,
bang.
Bast experienced something that he hadn't before.
And all of a sudden there was a big bang that was big enough to shake the walls and rattle some of the stuff in my house a little bit. And me and my dogs just kind of jumped up and looked outside real quick.
Bast and his dogs were startled and went to check out what was going on outside.
And by the time I can get outside and even look up and around, it was just total silence.
But Bast wasn't the only one who heard the loud noise.
To me, it sounded like a boom. Yeah.
Connie Brugman also heard it while she was sleeping at home.
The boom awakened me, and I thought at first that it might be thunder.
But it wasn't just a boom sound these folks witnessed.
Just suddenly, the snow lit up kind of electric blue.
Color that caught the eye of Evan Tyler, an assistant professor of physics at the College of St. Scholastica.
Seeing one as bright as this is, I think, would probably be a good bit less common.
Tyler knew exactly what he saw was a meteor, which made sense given the time of year, as early to mid-December as Geminid meteor shower season.
Every year, we pass through this debris field that was left behind by an asteroid that sort of crosses through, it crosses through our orbit, it crosses through Venus's orbit and Mercury's orbit.
During this time, it is common for meteors to come in contact with Earth and fall at very high speeds.
The rock was fragmenting as it was going through the atmosphere, and so literally you kind of had a pressure cooker going off in the air. You have to be a lot closer in order to hear it.
He's like 4 or 5.
And while the experience itself was brief, it is something Chris Bast and his dogs won't soon forget.
The first time I've ever experienced a boom like that. I'm sure I'll remember it.
The American Meteor Society says it fielded 66 reports of this morning's show in the sky. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, the Duluth Police Department has been conducting an internal investigation on an officer-involved shooting. Their findings next.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Come on. Let's go.
Come on, let's go in.
Toyotathon is on. 'Tis the season for great year-end deals.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get $750 customer cash on a stylish new 2021 Camry. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Don't miss out. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Okay, Mr. Medicare figure-outer. One last question. What's the cost?
For many, Part A is free. Cost goes up the more parts you add. But UCare has Medicare Advantage plans that come with everything you need.
Sounds good. And so does your bike. Now.
Yeah, thanks to you, she's purring like a kitten on a bed of yarn.
Well, that's a new one.
Yeah, I just made it up. You can steal it for your bike shop.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
This year, Santa's got his naughty, nice, and now his shop local list. With a unique variety of shops and restaurants, there's something for everyone at Fitkers. And for business or leisure, Fitkers Inn is Duluth's premier lakefront getaway. Fitkers. Shop, eat, sleep.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. Like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. We all want to regain what we love in life. To get there, we all need to go forward and do our part.
As a person with a disability who values living independently and being safe,
it's great to know Access North has partnered with the Minnesota Department of Health to be a Covert Community Coordinator.
Please help us protect people with disabilities and other vulnerable Minnesotans of all ages from COVID-19.
Contact Access North Center for Independent Living, your local COVID Community Coordinator resource for people with disabilities.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Gift cards from Northwest Outlet make shopping a breeze.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on Live Local CBS 3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial. Live Local CBS 3.
Still a lot of unanswered questions tonight about the Duluth police officer charged with 2 felonies after shooting a man through a closed door. An internal investigation found he acted against the department's policies, but didn't say specifically what rules were broken. Officer Tyler Liebfried was responding to a domestic abuse call at an apartment in downtown Duluth in mid-September. He ended up shooting through the door, injuring a man on the other side. The domestic abuse call was unfounded. Last month, the St. Louis County Attorney ruled the shooting was not justified. Liebfried also made his first court appearance on the felony charges today. He will be back in court next month. According to the department's policies, officers are required to use de-escalation techniques before resorting to force. They can only use deadly force if they believe their lives or the life of another is in imminent danger. We previously asked the department if Liebfried followed these policies. They have so far refused to answer. Tonight, Duluth police say Liebfried is off duty indefinitely. He was previously on paid administrative leave. We asked Duluth police if they're still paying him. They said based on state statutes, they could not comment. Coming up in sports, hear from UMD after their loss to Omaha. Kelly's in next.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
This
This Christmas, Fleet Farm has every gift for every list. Gifts are big at Fleet Farm. You'll find the biggest selection and the biggest savings. Know someone who's on the go? Get a free $15 gift card when you buy 2 select Yeti drinkware products. Know someone who's big into ice fishing? A Vexlar FL8 SE Gens pack is only $249.99. Fleet Farm has gifts for everyone on your list. Christmas shopping just got easier. Fleet Farm. Gifts are big here.
Benedictine Living Community of Duluth, where health, wellness, and choice come to life. Nestled on the beautiful campus of the St. Scholastica Monastery and the College of St. Scholastica, the Benedictine Living Community provides a full range of living options and care services. This continuum of care is designed to be seamless to help our residents to age in place. Visit us today. Benedictine Living Community of Duluth. Living fully, living well.
When facing a major healthcare decision, it's wise to seek a second opinion from a team of established experts. Financial decisions deserve the same level of care and expertise. At MPPL Financial, we develop your plan by assembling a personalized team that includes experts in multiple disciplines. So the result is a coordinated care plan that covers all areas of your financial life. Your outcome depends on the quality of care you receive. Call today to set up your free second opinion consultation or visit MPPLfinancial.com.
Keeping yourself and your family safe from germs and bacteria is made easy with Cetus ultraviolet technology for sterilization. Through time-tested ultraviolet irradiation, killing 99% of dangerous microbes is simple and effortless. UV light technology is faster and more reliable than water-based disinfectants. Now easier than ever to live germ-free. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
At Starkovich Distributing in Virginia, we want you to be safe, so please don't drink and drive. Have a designated driver or call a cab. It's not worth the risk. You could get arrested or hurt yourself or others. Don't drink and drive.
Your local Minnesota Coors distributor reminds you not to drink and drive this holiday weekend. If you plan on drinking, plan ahead. It's not worth the risk.
Is your child on track? As a caregiver, we love watching babies reach milestones, like that first smile, that first giggle, first steps and words. Some children need a little extra help to learn and grow. If you've noticed that your child isn't reaching certain milestones, don't worry. Free help is available for children ages birth to 5. Whether your child is at home, in daycare, or in preschool, the Help Me Grow referral system connects you to the early intervention program in your area. Visit helpmegrowmn.org or your local school district to make sure your child is on track.
Time sure does fly when you're having fun in a college hockey bubble. UMD taking the ice for only 2 more games down in Omaha, Nebraska. The second to last one before they return home is against the Mavericks of Omaha. First period, we pick it up. UMD opens up the scoring as Omaha gets on the power play after a holding penalty is called on Wyatt Kaiser. No problem for Nick Swaney, though, who buries the shorthanded goal to make it 1-0. Omaha hadn't even touched the puck on the power play yet. To the second, Swaney with another one right from the bench to the back of the net. Swaney's 3rd goal of the season. He now leads the squad in points with 12 total. Omaha finally has an answer to get past Ryan Fanti in goal in the 3rd period. On the power play, Chase Primo nets one with 7:13 to go. They tie it up with under 7 to go in regulation as Taylor Ward with the assist from Primo. That's 2 unanswered from the Mavericks to make it 2-2. So we go to overtime. Second overtime for both teams. UMD came away with the shootout win over North Dakota just a week ago. After a scoreless OT, we go to a shootout, but we'd eventually settle for a 2-2 tie. Omaha grabs the extra point from UMD.
Obviously disappointed not to be able to get the 3 points with a 2-0 lead, but to give Omaha credit, they battled all night, which we knew. They're a good hockey team, and obviously the major penalty, they got the bounce there off the stick right away, but we managed to kill it. But just those things, you just can't do that. But we had plenty of opportunities throughout the game to make it a bigger lead, and we didn't capitalize.
The Bulldogs will now finish their season this Saturday in the pod with a big one, a rematch with North Dakota. The last time they will see the Fighting Hawks in the regular season. Puck drop on my 9 is set for 12:05. Bulldog basketball is right around the corner, and it should be an exciting one for the UMD women's team. They were picked as the top dogs, #1 in the NSIC preseason poll that was released today. Last season, they were the best team in the conference during the regular season. Junior forward Brooke Olson was named NSIC preseason player of the year, averaging over 17 points per game last season, shooting over 51% from the field. High school athletes in Minnesota have been sidelined since late November due to the executive order by Governor Tim Walz aimed at containing the spread of COVID-19. Well, at long last, we finally have an update to report. Walz says that the youth sports pause has been extended until January 4th. After that, practices can begin for high school teams such as hockey and basketball. There is still no certainty on when games will start back up, but state officials are expected to offer further guidance on that as it gets closer. And to prep volleyball, the finalists for the Minnesota Miss Volleyball Award were announced today. Among those making the cut was none other than Claire Vekic of Greenway. It's been quite the season for her. She led Greenway to a perfect 12-0 record, totaled 248 kills this season, would fall just short of 2,000 kills in her career. She settled for 1904. The award winner will be announced on Friday. And that's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
It's the season for streaming and the perfect time to power up all your devices with Extreme Internet. Call today and save with prices as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Go dashing through your shows with amazing speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.99% network reliability. Enjoy the gift of high-speed entertainment for as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. Hurry, offer ends December 21st.
With over 30 years of providing the best service in the Northland, Ogston's Body and Paint has built their reputation through honesty and respect. So when bad things happen to your vehicle, trust Ogston's to make them right again.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nick Van Dielen, Chief Medical Officer at St. Luke's. While the holidays might feel a little different this year, they can be just as magical. Let's take this time to enjoy the small things that make this season so special, and maybe even discover some new traditions. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do to keep our community safe. From all of us at St. Luke's, have a safe, happy, and healthy holiday season.
At Menards, we carry the best selection of power tools and power tool accessories. They make great Christmas gifts, so stop in and stock up on gifts for everyone on your list. Works power tools are known for their innovative designs and affordable prices, like this 20-volt brad nailer and stapler. Its cordless design eliminates the use of air compressors and hoses. Get it for $139.99 now at Menards. Plus, give the perfect gift with a Menards gift card.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards. Oh, packing mail, oh, packing mail. You pack my gifts so nicely. Oh, packing mail, oh, packing mail. I promise I'll ship early. And even if I shop too late, you'll get them there at the best rate. Oh, packing mail, with few locations near me. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from Packing Mail.
Make it the best holiday ever with the True Love Guarantee at Numi Jewelers. Dazzle her with a gift she's guaranteed to love. We're so sure she'll love the piece you choose that we'll even exchange it if she doesn't. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
Men's Wardrobe by Mainstream Fashions for Men. The annual gift givers sale is going on now through December 31st. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
We all know post offices have been extra busy this year, but if you've been holding your breath waiting to see if Santa got your wish list, well, it's time to come up for air. Santa spent the night scuba diving at Duluth's Great Lakes Aquarium. He pulled out letters from little boys and girls around the Northland and read them underwater. Santa told us he's thrilled to hear from kids after such a tough year, and he wanted everyone to know he and the reindeer are taking extra precautions to stay healthy.
Santa is very careful. All of our reindeer are masked, and they have been very careful to stay social distance. We have a special sled that we keep them 6 feet apart. Merry Christmas to everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday.
Santa usually draws a big crowd at the aquarium, but because he's getting ready to deliver presents next week already, Santa wanted to stay healthy, opting for a live streamed event this year instead. Wow, Santa does well underwater.
Very interesting, yeah.
Better to be swimming indoors, I guess, than outdoors, but it's really not that bad outside.
I mean,
right now.
Lake Superior has some ice on it, so I
That's
don't know
true.
if I'd want to go underwater quite now. So taking a look at the 7-day forecast, as you can see, we have a snow threat come Friday. Friday could produce anywhere between, say, a trace and 2 inches of snow. Then we cool things down for the weekend.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.